What the hell did I just? Oh God! I knew there was a reason why I did, but I was not just feeling to do the match preview and the starting my predicted 11. But yeah, but I was busy. That's why I actually didn't do it because I had a lot of things to do with school and everything. But I just knew that something was off with this game. I saw people predicting 5-4. I knew we would win, but I, thi- I those the game was. I don't even know who to blame, the player or the manager, the players or the manager, and I'm leaning more towards the manager. And this is why. And I remember having this feeling, and I tried to clear it off after we got knocked out by PSG in the Champions League. I tried to clear it off, but I had this feeling, I had this realization, I had this shock that Arteta, there's a flaw with Arteta. I didn't know at that point. I didn't know after that PSG game. I didn't know the flaw, but I was certain. I was still certain going into this season that there's a flaw about Arteta. There's a flaw, is a key flaw, and I'm just realizing it tonight, and it's just clicking to me tonight. Arteta, and if I go back from when he took charge and I try to trace it from 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and to this year, Arteta can't coach an attack. And I'm sure I've seen articles like of that, but I'm just realizing what I've watched now. He can't coach a balance. See, I'm not saying he can't coach an attack, but he can't coach a balanced team. What do I mean by a balanced team? A team that is defensively built as is from its spine, as that's the defense up, like human beings, balanced. We're balanced. Our head, our upper body equal to our torso. We are not doing like seesaws. Balance. Arteta can't. Arteta is a very good defensive coach because he overthinks. Overthinking is good. Hiring pickpockets is good, but you can't overthink on attacking in life. You can't overthink how you're going to what to defend to hit somebody or something like that. You can't overthink that because it's a simple thing. I'm going to hit him, but you can overthink. Oh, how do I make my door stronger? How do I make my window stronger so that nobody? You can overthink like that, and I've understood it. Arteta cannot coach a balanced team. I'm not saying I've said to back the team. I'm going to back the team. I'm going to back him because there's no points. We're already in December already. But at home, scraping a hit and run against Wolves in your own house. If you drew that game, I would have been livid. I've been talking about fans being reactionary, but the manner in which that game was played, Saliba was back. The manner of the team selection at the beginning, crazy, criminal. Ah, God, I didn't even want to do. I wanted to do a predicted level, but I was like, this predicted 11, the 11 is already too obvious. That was my thinking. I would have done the predicted 11 if it was a bigger game. Because I didn't even have time to do the preview. I might have had time to do the predicted 11, but I was very, very busy in school and everything. But he can't coach a balanced team. And I'm just coming to I knew that there was a flaw about it. I didn't know what it is. But this game is a turning point for me in terms of Arteta coaching this team. Look, we can get it over the line. We've seen defensive side do it so many. You talk about Chelsea, the 15 goal. They were not scoring a lot of goals, but they conceded little. And if you don't concede, if you don't concede, you're not going to lose and you're not going to draw. You get what I mean? So we've seen defensive side can win the league. But how far do you want to test those waters in an Arsenal perspective? Look, I love Arteta and I love this team, but I was open to this conversation after the PSG game last season. But I'm just realizing the problem now. Because tell me why you're holding on to a 1-0 win in the 90th minute against bottom of the league Wolves at home in the Emirates. I can't go on X because the slander is going to be. I can't even go. We won, but it just doesn't feel like a win. I can't watch fan cams on AFTV. I can't. I just can't envision the amount. I can't take the amount of slander that will be given. I just can't. I was watching that game, I was like, here we go, Sunderland all over again. And I'm just realizing it. Sunderland, I gave him the excuse that, oh, if he had better ball carriers on the bench. But even if he had better ball carriers, would you have told them to just sit that deep? Because you can't tell me that those players sat deep just by their own knowledge or anything. Especially against a team like Wolves. That thing was a quick fire for us. If we continue getting that ball, we would have scored 3. And this game would have ended 3-0. Clean sheet. But he overthinks too much. And I think that will be the key. That will be the make or break of Arteta's career. If he doesn't win anything this season, I don't know where he goes to manage. I can't see it. But he really needs to understand some things. The team selection as well. I thought it was going to be straightforward. I expected Noni to start for Martinelli. At least let them. And this is something that I take from the women's team. Arsenal women's team. If you watch the Arsenal women's team, one thing that I love Renee Slegers for is swapping wings, just like the old days. I remember I used to do it on FIFA 17. Because it gives you, it worries the opposition, especially when you're playing against the back 3, back 5. You get what I mean? Though Arte was on a yellow card for almost like 60 minutes of the game. Imagine you had Madueke swap to one wing, and then you have Saka swap to the other wing. Saka will go back. Madueke will come and give him another one. Those type of things. That is what overthinking in attack is. But do you know where his own overthinking in defense comes? Is Arteta's overthinking in defense comes from what we saw in the team selection this night. Starting Timber at left back. Or starting Timber centre back. And then starting Kapi left back. Any how you want to view it. Number 1, he shifted Saliba out of his natural right centre back position. Which is dangerous if we're playing a clean cow team. Because there's a reason why he doesn't play there. There's a reason why you've achieved that balance. Everybody was looking at him to do the simplest thing. If not for Ben White's injury, God, please let him be okay. I think he was okay because the way he was walking off, I think maybe it was just like a pull or something. But I hope it's not his Achilles. No, but seriously, if Ben White didn't go off injured, there would have been no balance in that back four because of this overthinking in defense. Because he wants Nkapi on the pitch. Because he wants Ben White. Because he wants Timber. What could have killed you to go for the perfect balance that you can still achieve with what you are giving? Ben White, even if you like, don't even start Saliba. You could have started Timber, started Nkapi, the no one that you have been using before. But you had to just start Timber. You had to. I don't understand. Why can't you overthink like that in attack? You have those type of two dangerous. You know Martinelli has not performed this season. Only in Champions League. In the Premier League is bad. And we know the reason why. So why not play on that? Why not play on his strength? Which is strength that he can't do anything in the Premier League. Play him in the Champions League. Play Noni. We know what Noni can do both in the Premier League and the Champions League. He has not gotten a goal in the Premier League, but there's a reason why he's gotten goals in the Champions League. The same way he plays in the Premier League. Give him an opportunity, see what he will do. Give him more opportunities, by the way. Not give him. Put Madueke on the left. Sakai was started as a left back. Be inventive. He can't overthink in attack. He can only overthink in defense. The midfield was okay. I think Declan Rice was not fully fit. I think he's still having like an illness. I don't think he's because there are some things that he doesn't normally do. Zubimendi was okay. I don't know what is this narrative that Zubimendi has not played well these past 3 games. I think Zubimendi has played really well. I'm not even winning my Arsenal. I'm so pissed off. Zubimendi played. He played well. And what's this narrative that he has not been playing well? Man, I love the new chant too. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year to save me from tears, I'll give it to Zubimendi. Yeah, I love that chant. But Zubimendi has been playing well. He has been playing a lot of games and he has been playing well. I don't think you guys understand that Zubimendi has won most aerial duels of any Arsenal player. Bro, the guy is 5'8". Like, can you deep that? Zubimendi has been playing well, please. Saka was also very key in this game. I think he's always like that. I think we are at the point where we don't need him to score again. He's that type of player, just an influence on the pitch. Eze played. I don't know what my predicted 11 was, and I thought it was going to be straightforward because this was what my predicted 11 would have been: Raya, White, Timber, Nkapie, Lewis Kelly, Rice, Eze, Odegaard, Saka, Gyökeres, Madueke. Then be swapping Madueke every small opportunity. Swap them. Let each one go for another one every time. Confuse them. You get a goal. There's no way. And we saw Gyökeres today, zero service. And I'm tired of this thing. I'm tired of this Gyökeres. And I'm going to do a separate video on Gyökeres. And I'm going to detail why it isn't Gyökeres' fault. I know he's not getting goals. And I'm going to tell you why it isn't Gyökeres' fault that he's not getting goals. Arteta cannot coach an attack. That's the reason why. He cannot. He wants the likes of Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is a good player for us, but even when he was playing for us, he didn't score that much goals. That was the thing. He will do everything that Havertz does, Merino does, and that's the thing Jesus does. He likes that. He likes when a player can come and overload the midfield. He can't even play with a 10. That's why Eze has been ineffective at us now. He can't play with a 10. Because if you look at the analysis of that game, I can't even use my tactical part. Maybe it's that better. Maybe I'll do it live tomorrow or something. You don't get. He can't even use a 10 properly in a 10 role. Because he's so used to coaching a team that has a midfielder dropping back from the and overloading the midfield. So that Eze will not have to advance into that position. In zone 14, like I like to call it. Eze will not advance into that zone 14. Eze will be just on the edge of the middle of the 18-yard box and the center circle. So if someone like Merino is playing, Merino will drop back into the outside of the D. So like can give the ball to Eze, can give the ball to Merino. But today you're playing with a out and eye striker. He will never do that. Don't you understand? Find a way to service a strike. We see this thing with Erling Haaland. We've seen Foden. This is why Foden is so effective. And that's why the Foden Haaland link up is crazy. There's no match where you not see Foden in that 10 position. Because he will never wait for Haaland to come and meet him. And Haaland already knows that, oh, it's just one true ball. And I'll use my left foot to wrap it around the keeper. Gyökeres, what is now affecting Gyökeres now is that he's frustrated because the one thing that he did, he has to do for himself. A ball that is 50-50. He has to shield the guy, shield him, and get a shot off on the turn. And should have gone in if he wasn't on his left foot. The angle did not favor him. So you are telling me that everything that let's look at Gyökeres' goal. The goal against Leeds. How many passes? The only player that can unlock Gyökeres in this team is either Odegaard or Eze. Only and only if they are playing in that same position. And we saw how effective it was. I don't know what that change was between 22-23 and now. How effective it was. Through balls into your striker. How hard is that? As in, if you are playing in an advanced position like number 10, we normally we joke about that Eze and Foden pass. But Foden was in that situation, was in that place, wasn't he? That's how he was able to give that pass to Eze. As much as it might have been a little pass, that is what it is meant to be. Not that I'll be waiting for Eze to come and collect the ball from me. That's not a good attack. And we can see, and I remember I spoke about this in my last video. We need to find, after the defeat to Aston Villa, we need to find this attacking fluidity. You can be good defensively, all well and good, but if you're not good in attacking, because don't forget, even if you're not conceding, you still need to score to win, whether it's 1 or 2. But if you're also not scoring, you're still dropping points. So at what cost exactly? I don't like this Gyökeres narrative, and I'm going to do another video on Gyökeres, and I'm going to explain why it isn't his fault. And I'm going to tell you why Arteta has fault. And I think if we really have good football knowledgeable people at the club, they're going to hire an attacking coach. I'm just serious. Not sack Arteta as manager, just hire an attacking coach. You know how we signed Gabriel Heinz as a defensive kind of minded coach? You have to sign it an attacking coach, man, because that was horrendous. I don't even know what to say. Why 90 minutes? Why are you telling them to sit back? Why are you overthinking that much? That 90 minutes, that's when you're going to open up and finish rules. In Nigeria, we used to call it finishing. Exploit every single thing, but you didn't. We need to, this season, he has to win something. And it's not going to win anything if he continue playing like this. That is how we drew to Sunderland. I defended him because we didn't have ball carriers. We didn't have people that can advance it, but everybody was tired. Injuries have caught up to us at that point. But now, knowing that we almost dropped points to Wolves, that was doing me rickets in my stomach, bro. But unfortunately, own goal. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Let's look at the bright side. There are sometimes when we look back at last season and we look at Liverpool, they had a bit of luck on their side. So sometimes we had a bit of bad luck. But sometimes you just need that type of luck on your side. Sometimes, not every time, don't rely on it, but you need to have luck so that you can at least go from here and figure out what exactly happened. And hopefully, 1 week break, Everton away. That's going to be a tough match, but at least they will be missing Iliman Njai and Ganagi, and I think some other players too. So that's okay. That's good for us, to be fair. At least without their most threatening player, I think the only threat would be Jack Grealish. This guy also is good too. Not Barry. I've forgotten his name. They made James Garner. He's a very very threatening player. But I'll do a preview on that, and I'm also going to watch out for a Gyökeres analysis video. I might do it live tomorrow, depending on how free I am. But scrappy, hit and run, whatever you want to describe it as. But at the end of the day, 3 points, 5 points clear of City. Hopefully Crystal Palace do something tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners.